Hey guys, what's going on? Dream Reaver 23 here, out for another ride. Ooh, a bouncy castle. It's hot. It's been hot. But today's not as hot as it has been. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this light. Of course not. Let's try to set right over this. Woo! So, it is a hot one. Sorry for not putting up any videos for the past few weeks, honestly. We went through a weird time frame to where we were getting tons of rain every day, to where every day it was raining. We'd get thunderstorms in the evening whenever I'd get off of work, and on the weekends it would just be raining all day. And I'm not a sadist who wants to go out and get completely freaking drenched on a motorcycle. And so I did not go out and ride on those days. And then we went immediately from that into, all right, it's getting hot. And then it was really hot and muggy and humid in the 90s. And then it started hitting triple digits, so we'd get right at 100 degrees. And then for the past 4 days in a row, we had 105 degrees here in Denver. And it definitely... it was hot. I tried going out one day and I was like, I can't. It is too hot just getting into gear. I ride with my gear on all the time, because most of the roads that I travel on, just for my local area, are highway roads. This is a highway here, and then interstates. And so for me, a lot of the area is highway rides. And we have a lot of gravel trucks and stuff like that that go through, and I'm like, I'm not trying to go through and get gravel hitting me in the chest or arms or anything like that without any kind of gear on. So yeah, so it was way too hot. At 105, anything above 90, 92 is way too hot to ride on, because then the air is just hot itself. If it's still in the 80s and stuff like that, it's one of those things to where you can still try to get out, and with the 80s the air feels nice and everything like that when you actually ride. But if it's in the upper 90s, and if it's definitely into the hundreds, it's one of those things where I'm just not going to go out and try to ride. It's just way too hot. Do I have a friend? Come on, friend. Yeah, I have a friend. There's a truck behind me now, so I can actually trigger this light. As it stands right now, today it is about 88 degrees. I think we actually have got some breeze now. Feels so much better. So yeah, so we got some about 88 degrees today right here, and it's one of those rides where once you start riding, you actually feel pretty good with the air. So cools you down quite a bit. I was sitting at that light for about 5 minutes, and it was definitely hot. Sweating a little bit. So yeah, so everything is going great with the bike, other than not being able to ride because of the heat. I don't know where I'm going. I just wanted to get out and ride, so I think we'll take 120th down, take some city roads. which means a lot of red lights, but I'm good with that. I don't want to get out on an interstate and like right up to Wyoming or something like that. That just we got some. I want to stay sort of close to home because we got some thunderstorms supposed to be coming in later this evening, or this afternoon. Probably about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock is when they're saying we should get some thunderstorms coming in. So make sure car behind me stops. So yeah, no, yeah, everything's going great with the bike though. I do need to give it a little bit of a wash. I was trying to do today, you guys can see the GoPro up here, but it's not having anything on it right now. We're not shooting anything right now. I am going to go through and try to get the 0 to 60 today. So I'm going to try to find a nice quiet road. All the roads that are around me, they can be quiet at times, but most of them have a ton of traffic on them, so it's just one of those things that you're kind of stuck with. So I'm going to try to do a 0 to 60 to get that up on there. A lot of people asking for that one, and it's kind of the first day where I can really kind of get out and do something like that. And then yeah, no, everything went through with the we did the service a few weeks back, and got the service done. They let me do I got a loaner from the dealership. That was a 2019 Triumph T100, and nice looking bikes, definitely nice looking bikes, and stock has a decent sound on the exhaust and everything like that, a nice note that feels pretty. But I was thoroughly underwhelmed with the T100. It just felt like nothing. Come on, guys. I think that's the best way to kind of describe it. It's just like it was a whole lot of, okay. You were on two wheels. And it's not a knock to the Triumph line. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, they've been making the T100 forever, and the T120. And they have some amazing bikes. You know, they have the Rockets, they have the Street Triples, they have the Speed Twins, the Street Twins. You know, all really great bikes, but the T100s and the T120s are just so over engineered that they don't have any kind of excitement. They don't have any kind of, I don't know, anything that makes them to where they're like, oh yeah. The acceleration and everything like that on them is nice. You know, it's nice low acceleration, low RPM torque and everything like that it has in there, but there's like no vibration, there's no anything to it. You don't feel like you're riding. So yeah, it was just a whole lot of underwhelmingness that came through on there when I was riding it. And there's things that immediately, I mean, at that point in time I'd only had the Guzzi for about a month, and there was things that I was just already like, yeah, I miss the shake on the handlebars, you know, whenever you're going through I miss sitting at a red light and being able to rev it and giving that little that torque pull to the right, you know. I don't know, it felt a whole lot different for me. So that's my opinions about it. I do think that the Triumph bikes are gorgeous bikes, and especially when you start going through and getting away from the T100s, T120s, like just the stock standard models for them. And if you guys do have, you know, T100, T120, like I said, it's not a knock on your bike itself. It's just, for me, it's one of those things that if that was my first motorcycle going in, that's an excellent starter motorcycle, because it's very, very straightforward. There's nothing, there's no nuances to it. There's no nothing that's going to be like a surprise, I guess, you know what I mean? So it's just my thoughts on there. Looks like that storm's going to be coming through a little bit stronger than or earlier than 3 o'clock. The one thing that was mentioned, they did go through and the mode button sticking, they did order the parts in, but it's coming from Italy, so they said once we get the parts in, we'll be able to go through and change out the mode, the lever area right there, so that way we can go through and make it to where it's not sticking on there. But it's going to take a while, so they told me it'll probably be about a month and a half, 2 months before that even comes in, because they have to order it from Italy. And right now there's a whole big cluster in the transit system and stuff going, because they just switched over to a new kind of shipping company and stuff like that for all their parts and everything like that in their bikes. So it is going to be a little bit of time before I get that in. But oh, saw some lightning over there. So yeah, just different stuff kind of happening. But with the bike fully serviced and everything like that, I have been able to go through, and since the service I still got another, what, like 830, 840 miles, or no, I'm sorry, I'm at about 830 miles on the bike. Like I said, we went through that big gap where I just couldn't get out and ride because it was too hot or it was raining constantly. So yeah, the service department said everything was good, everything looked great on the engine, everything was working, functioning properly, except for the mode button, the mode select button and everything like that with it sticking. So just good times all around. No problems with anything. There was no metal or anything like that in the oil. Nothing going on with that stuff. I know that a lot of people were asking, like, oh, why are you revving it so hard whenever you're in the break-in period and going for, you know, trips and stuff like that. I appreciate everybody's concern. One of the big things is just, you know, I'll break in the bikes the way I believe I can break them in, and you break them in your way, and we'll all live happily ever after. Got a few people out on bikes today trying to get a ride in before that rain comes. But yep, after the service, it has given me more of the confidence to be able to go through and open it up a little bit more and really kind of get on it whenever out on a ride. Not worry about slapping the red line and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are going to go through and say, oh, you should never really go through, and I've heard it from direct messages and comments and stuff like that, where people are going through and saying, you know, like, oh, you're revving the hell out of that thing, or because I'm going through and having it at like 3,500 or 4,000 RPMs. Instead of a lot of people that I see riding, especially through like the UK, they'll go through and they'll keep it at like 2,800 to 3,000 RPMs is where they like cruise regularly. And yeah, for me it's one of those things like the bike's a bike. A bike's a bike's a bike. It's gonna go through and you know, have its area where it's comfortable in and everything like that, but the bike doesn't even start feeling alive until that 3,500, 4,000 RPMs, and I don't know, feels great in that range. Get off your phone. Oh my God, drivers. Too many people nowadays just get on their phone while they're driving, and I'm like, I don't care if you're at a red light. I don't care if it's something like you're distracted away from the road and what's going on the road if you're on your phone. Drives me nuts. One thing that I did notice, just because I'm here at a red light and I'm not really feeling much, so a lot of people have asked me, hey, with the engine that way, and a lot of people that have never ridden Gucci's and stuff like that, I guess, a little Barth over there. A lot of people ask me, hey, with your engines like that, like when you're at a red light, I mean, do you feel just the heat coming up? Honestly, no, I don't have any problems with the heat. I don't really ever feel the heat coming up too much. There's a small amount that I can feel in general just from the area of the engine, but it's very minute and minuscule. Whenever I was riding when I was on the T100 for that day, like the first red light I got to, and this was after maybe, you know, 2-3 minutes on the bike, you know, in traffic and stuff like that. The first red light that I got to, that I was sitting at, and the heat that was coming up on my right leg was fucking ridiculous. I was like, is this what they're referring to on the heat? Because I don't know what it is. I don't know what they got going on there. I don't know if it's just like they don't have a huge amount of heat shields or something like that on the T100s. I'm not sure, but man, that heat that was coming up on the right side was fucking crazy. And so I don't know if there's something with the transverse 90-degree V-twin on these that it just runs a bit different than how it's usually done. I don't know, but I don't notice anything with the heat coming up off these bikes. Traffic. Another reason why I want to go through and do more kind of city riding on a lot of these videos is because a lot of people that watch the videos and ask they're telling me they're from areas of big cities and stuff like that, things like New York or Chicago or Pennsylvania, and so a lot of those guys, while don't get me wrong, they can actually get out and, you know, go ride on the highway or something like that, or go right out in the country. A lot of them on their daily use are going to be using it more for a city bike, and I think it works in great as a city bike, as a cruiser bike. Like, I have been able to go through and get, you know, a couple hours of riding on highways and stuff like that, and the bike's comfortable as all can be. It's happy to go, and cruising along at 75, 80 on the highway, it's happy with that. Cruising in the city, it's happy with that. The bike only weighs 490 pounds, so it's light enough to be able to maneuver around and everything like that inside of a city. It's got a the rake and everything like that. The wheelbase is not absolutely terrible, so it's you know, like not extremely long, so it's easy to turn around and everything like that. So it does really well as a city bike or a highway bike. If you got a daily commute that's, you know, 75-80 miles on the highway, cool, do it. It's gonna be happy for it. I am still loving the Mistral exhaust. I still have it to where with the decibel killers in, I'm not sure if that's actually coming through at all on the microphone, because I can't hear that. We got grandma on a scooter over here. I've been seeing more scooters come out lately. I do wish we had lane filtering legal in Colorado. Seeing that spot right there, I'm like, yeah, that's, well, other than the stupid groove in the concrete. Looks like a lot of those storms are going to pass us to the south. So yeah, answer some of the questions that I've gotten kind of regularly since I haven't been able to get any videos put up. I'm still interested in going through and looking at the dart fly screen. I know a couple of you guys have mentioned that you got the dart fly screen on your 850s. Some people with the stones, and some people with the specials as well. One of them was the little small short one, like the shortest one, and a lot of people have been giving really good reviews kind of like of those, and just saying they've been they perform really well, and they look sharp and stuff like that. So still not opposed to going through and getting a dart fly screen. It's one of those things I don't know if I want to pull the trigger yet on, you know, spending 140 bucks on the fly screen. There's a bit less traffic. shit, I forgot they were doing construction up here. Right lane closed ahead. Ah, the far right lane. Today is a good feeling day. The only thing that's negative side is for the past 3 or 4 days, the cottonwood trees have been in bloom, I guess. I don't know. They've been fucking like throwing off tons of seed. And apparently me and cottonwood don't get along too well. Burns my eyes and makes my skin feel like it's on fire, and so highly allergic to it, and no amount of Benadryl seems to go through and want to counteract it. So still a little bit floating around through the air today, but I will make do. I just needed to get out and ride. It's too nice of a day whenever you have 105 or 100 plus for, you know, 4 or 5 days beforehand, and you're like, I want to ride, I want to ride. Feels nice to be able to go through and just get out and be able to ride. So if I do run out of battery or whatever it is on this GoPro before the end of the video, I will go through and have the 0 to 60 and try to do a 0 to 100 if I have enough space on the GoPro down here, the GoPro 3. So we'll be able to go through and see that. So just expect that anywhere in the video. If I do still have, you know, if I am still recording from up here, I'll also have it to where it's like dual screened. Severe thunderstorm warning. Might need to start heading back home because it is starting to get darker up here. Red Robin. I do love some Red Robin. They got good burgers. Last week there was actually a tornado up more north of us than where I am now, but last Saturday, I think, I actually was able to get some video of it from my house. So I'll go if I do have it. I'll put it up on here. It was a ways off, so you couldn't really see it terribly. You know, like it was just kind of like, it was easier to see on from your eye than on the GoPro. But yeah, we had two of them apparently. This Highway 7. Oh, okay. How much room do we got? I know we have a turn lane, but that doesn't always mean anything. What is the deal with the traffic? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and actually give a sign off so that way it's actually in here. But I will keep recording, so if you guys want to stick around and just watch more of what's going on here, and then get the 0 to 60 and stuff like that in there as well. So until next time, guys, this is DreamReaper23 reminding you to game happy. Like I said, if you want to stick around, I will be just kind of like random ramblings on this video. But whenever the video cuts off, that's whenever I ran out of battery. So we'll see how that goes, which I should actually have like another 20 minutes, but I don't know. I don't want to guess and be like, oh, I didn't get a sign off. So yep. Make sure you guys send your questions and comments so that I can answer those. But I love you all. Ride happy. I'll see you all later. Unless you're sticking around, then I'll keep talking until my phone dies, my GoPro dies. feels good. Oh, I'll take this lane. Thank you very much. Some nice houses up here. And building more. Dear God, are they gonna make all of them fucking gray? Cottonwood. Screw you, Cottonwood. What is that place? Is that a school? No, it's church. I'm good with Holly Street. Alright, let's see if we can really quick get a fast 0 to 60. Actually, got a truck coming up, so I didn't want to try to do that. Got a line of cars behind them. This is a gravel road, which I'm not really wanting to be on, but alright, so that is recording. I'm not sure what's on the other side of this hill. Let's see what's on the other side of this hill. Ugh, can't see behind. I need to stretch more. There's some rain. We found the rain, guys. Lightning like crazy up there now. Let's see if we can flip a U-ey right here. Go down a little further on 144th. I don't know how long that goes down till. Let's see what's down here. And here's where the road ends, so it didn't last long. try this. Is there Jimmy John's right here? Love Jimmy John's. Definitely got some thunder over there, some lightning. Yep. There's the rain. We'll see how fun this is, guys. Right now, we're just trying to get back to the house. Come on, pay attention. we'll see what we can do. About trying to get another 0 to 60 pull. Well, I got a ton of cars coming up behind me. And it's raining. You just like to see your brake lights? Ooh. Your brakes don't help me get not rained on. Alright, this is our last chance right up here for a pull. Hopefully this guy doesn't turn right. Alright, fast pull. That's all I'm going to push it to, 90, just because I had a curve coming up, and I'm not trying to do 100 around a curve in the rain. That's a pretty good pull though. Like, it felt clean or whatever on the gear switches. So I'll put up a little side-by-side on that with the timer and everything whenever I get home. But definitely should be able to get the 0 to 60. Sorry I didn't do the 0 to 100, but yeah. Rain, curves, not a good combination. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up from there, guys. If you're still with me after all this time of me just riding and stuff, then hey, appreciate you. Love you guys. Dream River 23, reminding you to ride happy. I love you all, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.